Lament! That's it. Is that all of them? Hey. What happened to you? Don't lie to me. Explain yourself. Yakshas? Wait, so... Yakshas attacked you. And you decided to fight against them. What else you could have done? What about calling for me? And you wouldn't be... Look at you. Hey, steady now. You seem to have lost a lot of blood. Of course you are in pain, you have cuts all over. Let me... There we go. Don't worry, you're not too heavy. Let's just get out of here, alright? I know a place that is much safer where we can patch you up. It is also close by, so don't you worry. Where have you been? I woke up a few hours ago and you haven't been next to me. I got worried. Because after what happened to you yesterday, I don't really want you to wander off by yourself. And I mean, look at you, it's... This fear of mine, it wasn't without reason. You never got hurt that badly, huh? Well, that's one thing I can tell you. From what I see right now, none of these wounds seem to be too deep. That means mostly no scar, but most importantly, that you will survive. Am I okay? Why are you asking me? Because of yesterday's incident. Did you forget that I'm Adeptus? I heal quickly. And... especially with your care yesterday. Yes, I'm fully okay right now. I'm worried. That spot still hurts from time to time, but it's bearable. Here we are. This is Luha Pool. Its water is especially clear, so it's good enough to clean wounds. Of course, I'm speaking from experience. No, not just my own wounds. We Adepti used to come here a lot after battle, and took care of each other. Not just our wounds, but also getting rid of dirt, or the blood of our enemies. I'm actually surprised that of all that crime that ended up in this lake, that it's still, so clear. Who knows? Maybe it's an Archon's doing. Here, sit down. Okay, let me see. Here it is. Are these from... No. These are not from the Arkham War days. Don't worry. The medicine definitely hasn't expired. I still like this place, and... well, if I get hurt badly and can still take care of myself, I like to go here. So, I also keep some bandages around, and also medicine for the case that somebody who's not me got hurt. As I told you, model medicine doesn't do anything for us adepti. But for you, maybe it would help. Now, let's check on you. So you have that gash over your eyebrow, a deep cut by your abdomen, and ew, that... what's happened there? Wait. A hilichurl bit you? In the tail? Do hilichurls even have faces? Oh, you didn't see it, but it felt like a bite. Sorry, that just sounds too ridiculous. Definitely have to clean that one. Okay. Do you want something to hold down on? Well, it's just... if you are in pain, your muscles tend to cramp up, so... sometimes it's easier to grab something while being in pain. Also, that's, like, very bad. It's also helpful to bite down on something, so you don't accidentally bite off your tongue instead. That would never happen. I do have some tales that tell another story. Okay. You sure? No, don't say I didn't warn you. There we are. Well, I did tell you that it will hurt. Come on, you're near done with it. It's getting better already. Glad to hear that. Let me just quickly warp bandage around that. Okay, and now let's keep that end of the tail out of the water. There we go. Hey, did you really cry? Sorry, I don't want to come off as too insensitive. It's just... when you lived as long as I did, at some point, this kind of pain really turns into nothing. It's definitely not very healthy. You would be jealous of me? Being able to... No. Listen. Even though it hurts a lot right now, pain is very important. It shows you when something is clearly not okay and needs to be fixed. Pain is part of survival. It is important that we still feel it. That you still feel it. No, it's just... I still feel it, pain, when I get hurt, but I'm just too used to it. Please, never let that happen to you. Alright. Okay. Now, onto that gash on your abdomen. Here. Take my spear. Yes, grab it. I know you told me that you don't need something to grab. But do it. Give it a try. There we go. Okay, that will actually probably sting even more. Yeah. I did warn you. Hey. Let's try something, okay? Try focusing on my words. Talk to me. Don't think about what I'm doing right now. Just look up at the sky, grab that spear, and talk to me. Okay. So, can I ask you a question? Why didn't you call my name? Why should you? Because I can protect you. And I gladly do so. Just because I got hurt yesterday? You know, I just got surprised yesterday, that's all. If I wouldn't have feared you for your own health, then I probably would have catched on to what the treasure hoarder was planning behind my back. But I didn't. That's all in the past now. But again, if you ever end up in any danger, you can always call my name. I will hear you on the highest of mountains, in the deepest of caves. I will be there. It's just one of my abilities as a guardian Yaksha. What? You don't want me to end up like them? What do you know about them? You know what? I will tell you about the Yaksha. I'm just gonna fix up that wound here. There we go. And now I take care of that gash on your forehead. Well, let me tell you about my family. thousands of years ago, Xiao summoned us. Our duty was to fight the remains of dark forces and evil gods. It was a very hard work, but we did it gladly because it was our second chance. We all basically started out as war criminals who needed to redeem themselves. Indaria's shined brightly of our soul. She was always very excited. She loved to dance, and her arrows would never miss. She was, admittedly, sometimes a bit much. She was the kind of person that would get up very early in the morning and go to bed very late in the evening. But somehow she would never seem tired. She was very compassionate, and while her flames were deadly to all kinds of enemies, they actually spreaded a healing warmth when she took care of our wounds. Menogias was actually younger than me, but he never wanted to talk about that because he was ridiculously tall. And look at me. He was more of the defensive type. If we would run into a village that got attacked by monsters, he was the one that got all the villagers out, would protect them with his own shields, made out of cloth that he weaved out of the stone and sands around him. He was an excellent tailor. He created some of the most unique pieces I've ever seen. Admittedly, we sometimes laughed about his creations. But Vexlabus always said that he really enjoyed them. Actually, to this very day, he's wearing a suit Menogias has created for him. Menogias was very protective, and he never wanted to leave somebody behind. Especially when it came to bananas. I never heard him say it, but I think he fell in love with her. Bananas, on the other hand, I'm not sure. She was quite a mystery, to be honest. She could be still as the sea or violent as the ocean. Together with me, she would be the main attacking force in our little squad. Her claws would rip enemies apart, like my spear could only dream to cut them. She could be quite violent, but also she was quite rational. Whenever we struggled with a problem, we would go to her, and she would be the one to decide what would be the best thing to do next. Not because of what her heart told her, but what her brain said. And even then she could be quite emotional. When the goddess Gojong passed away, I never heard someone else wail as loud as her. I never really knew what had happened between them, but I think Gojong was actually the one who saved bananas. Then there was Besacius. He was the leader. and he had a big sense for family. While we were all just running around each other, trying to keep everything on a colleague level or friendship level, he would be the one who invited us over all the time to eat food together or to celebrate some weird festival that he just came up with. And he played quite a lot of pranks, especially on me. I don't know what it was. He liked to tease me a lot, but he was also the only one next to Yakshas who really understood what it meant for me to be a slave and enter this new life with a big lack of violence. In fact, I remember Yakshas being not sure if I would be ready to join the Yakshas, but Xiao was actually the one. But Xiao was actually the one who convinced him that I should join. He said that I have still that blood of a warrior in my veins. And while it not be the best thing for me until all of eternity, it would be the thing that would be right for me right now. The years passed and slowly their good qualities seemed to fade away. And one horrible night, we were simply said not able to save a huge amount of people. We were called upon too late. We couldn't have been there earlier. And Darius tried to fix what she could with her healing flames, but it wasn't enough. The devastation just... It was too much for her. She just burst into flames in front of our very eyes, and then she was gone. What happened next was that Xiao, our leader, felt devastated and like he didn't tell Yakshas what had happened. So he left us alone. What happened then was that while I was still in shock and not able to do anything, Naga noticed that I seemingly was the only one not affected by the karmic debt as much as the others. I was the one who barely flinched while fighting. So he started to assume that I might be the one who caused that pain. I wasn't able to defend myself. And so Bananas did it instead, but when Menorias... I don't want to think about what he tried to do to me, but Bananas defended me the only way she knew how to. They both died in that night. Menorias on the spot, Bananas later on in my arms. When I told Xiao what had happened once he returned, I saw something crack inside him and he just turned around and left. It was years later that I learned that he helped every human that he came across before he found his own end in the depths of a chasm. And that's me. I'm the only one remaining. What I want to say with this is, the Yakshas have been more than just warriors that died a horrible, senseless death. They have been my family. They have been full of life, full of personality, full of ideals and failings and... Honestly, if I would ever succumb to my karmic debt, I wouldn't feel bad. I would go the same way they did. But I can't go right now. I don't know when will be the time that I can actually go. But it's not very soon. There are still monsters out there. And I will do everything in my power to defend anyone from them. This is what my family wanted. And it's my duty to do this. This is not a question if I get respect out of it or honor. This is my legacy. Our legacy. Do you understand? It's an honor to me to fight for you if you are in danger. Especially since you admittedly are very important to me. So don't you dare think one more time that you are not worth it to call my name. I'm sorry. But that might have escalated a bit. What? You're tired? Okay. A moment. We actually can rest here for a bit longer. Once it becomes night, I will bring you home. To Wangshu, and I'm sorry, You don't mind calling it home? Well, that was quick. Dear Hunter, then, why don't you rest your head on my lap? Try to sleep a bit. Should I continue talking? Well, all right. So, Guizhong. Here's the thing. She was in an alliance with Rex Lapis, or, Zhongli. And when my first master was killed and I got taken in by Zhongli, the first thing that I did when waking up was run away. Yes, I was scared. Obviously it was a completely new situation for me. What happened then was I actually hid in that tree over there. Yes, right here in Luapur. I didn't know what to do. I was hurt. My whole body was in flames. And I was just scared. Didn't know where to go. If it was safe anywhere. Well, turns out, after somebody learned about my disappearance, they called upon some adepti and lower gods to find me. And while Zhongli was somewhere out on the battlefield again, Guizhong actually decided to try her luck to find me. And she did. But instead of forcing me to follow her, even though I've never met her before, so that would have ended in a big catastrophe. Instead, she just sat down under the tree and began to sing. I don't know what it was, just her coming across as such patient person, or that maybe the water and the birds joined her song, but it made me realize that she wasn't something dangerous, something that I had to fear. And so I left the tree and she took me back to the camp. Do I remember the song? It's been quite a long time, to be honest. I definitely don't know the words anymore. But when it comes to the melody, okay, let me try something. Mm-hmm.